the one after this one. So give it 15 minutes, they'll be back in. Vixen in R1. Come on, Retribution. Yeah, I think Retribution are definitely my pick to take this game. They've done quite well in the competition. They've taken some wins off some people they probably shouldn't have. I think they actually beat the Wolfpack, which is good for them. Alrighty, off to the start. Exterminators with a unconventional 2 looking at the A door strategy for defending green. Retribution holding hard against Phoenix. There's a couple of players there. Phoenix still defending though. It's Phoenix himself there in the red B. Oh, here's a red player on green, so this is good for them. They can secure this one. 3 red players there. Excellent work. So Phoenix with the first base. Down on pack but upper base, and they're locking the blue base down. If they can keep it locked. There's a blue in red actually. Finishes his red base. That's Demon there. Takes his red, so puts them back in the lead. Up on pack and a base as well to match.
Pocket subscribed. Thank you for your subscription, Pocket.
Packing there, actually taking his green base as well. So blue taking 2 bases almost simultaneously. Excellent work by them. Putting themselves in the driver's seat of this game. Not much on the board yet for Hobart Exterminators. But all their players have positive score, so that's always good. And Guardian picking up his red base as well. So I wonder if red's actually gone quite aggressive. They did have 3 players attacking earlier, and it looks like there's not many red players hanging around in the red base. So I think they've gone for quite an aggressive strategy. Not many defending, just maybe a couple of people floating about. There's another blue player in the red base looking pretty uncontested. Baby Woojums taking his blue base. Excellent work by him. So they've got 3 on the board now. We're going to see if they finish those bases and then go to green, or if they decide to hold red. But blue picking up a second red base. They're going to be trying to pick up some greens, I'd say, so that they've got something under the belt when Phoenix eventually do go to green. Is a green player lining up on the back door of red? Taken by the blue player. So this is a classic mistake a lot of teams make, is where they'll send too many resources to fighting over the empty base. It's been dumped off the bat and they're fighting for it, when realistically they have 12 minutes to take the empty base. They don't need to be wasting time fighting the third team for it. So there's blue picking up their 3rd red base. Excellent work by them. Phoenix still locked down in the blue base, but Retribution up 4,000 points on the pack. So good work by them. Hobart Exterminators have 1 red, and they're a little bit down on the back as well. It's actually a green player in blue base right now. Gets tagged out by a red, and they're back in. Red only have 1 more blue to take. Phoenix himself, the captain. Let's see if they can get him in. I think it's actually a better strategy now if they're trying to get 10 at least, rather than specifically hold out. Green is to just go to red. Oh, sorry, go to green and pick up some green bases now that they've got 4. But they actually pick up the 5th one there. So now it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do from this position. Blue have 2 green bases, so they're going to have at least 7 if red spend the rest of the game at green. And it's really up to Phoenix as to how this game goes now from here. We'll see if they start running into the green base.
So do you see?
There's one.
Take him from that pocket there. It's such a risky take, but
it pays off for him, because Invictus has no idea where the shooter is and just sort of walks in with a little bit confused.
So well done there to Phoenix picking up that base there as well. Such a risky take, taking it from that back pocket there, because you do feel like you're open to almost everything. You've got a clean shot on from someone from that front door, or anyone who does go to that V, as I think Captain Morgan is on the inside there.
Yep, so there's a green and a red inside. Red actually gets tagged out by his own player. That's unfortunate for him.
By Deutsche.
But red, they're inside green now. They're looking they're looking good to take out this 10 base. See if they can get 10 before the other teams do. There's still sort of 7 minutes left to go, so they've got more than enough time to spend going for this green base. And there's Sarge. Shots in. Excellent take by him. They're still down a lot of pack on the blue team. So blue are going to be looking to see if they can just sort of outpack and take the game that way. They do have 2 greens, so if Phoenix go to 10, they're going to be 2 bases down at least. 3 bases down at least. Unless they can sneak in some cheeky green hits from under Phoenix. I wonder if Exterminators have counter-dumped or if they're still trying to defend. There's a green player just lunged the back door there.
Does look like they're in and around there as well. There is a lot of those red packs there lighting up green from the outside, but when you've got 4 people standing around on the inside of the base there, 2 of them set up in spots. Oh, one shot. Oh, he takes it, baby. Woodgens.
Excellent lunge there by Morgan still, running in the A door or the front door. We've actually got blue players and green players fighting over the red base. We had a blue player in box for quite a time there. But green managing to secure it.
Queenie picking up that red base there. Now, I really do like what Retribution have done in this game. Even though there was the empty red base there, they still managed to get 2 of the green bases. So that's really going to help coming out towards this latter part of the game there. If red are slowed down at all in green base, as Sauron picks up the 9th base there for the ACT Phoenix, with just 1 more to go. Deutsche, who is now inside that green box, tagged out of that green box. Retribution having those, now picking up their 5th red base there. Having those 2 extra green is going to put them in a really advantageous position there. That they only have to fight to get 3 players through that possibly heavily defended base towards the end of the game. Whereas they took it while there were still players there and while the green team were off taking that empty red base.
I think it really depends what Phoenix decide to do after they get this last base. Oh, there's Deutsche. Excellent defense by him. Takes his last base. So, Phoenix in the driver's seat now. If they decide to defend green, it could be lights out for Retribution. But if they just sort of spread out through the maze and go for pack, Retribution are going to take it because they already have a healthy pack lead. They just need those green bases to really secure the win. And there it does seem like the Phoenix have gone back to defense now that they've got 10. And Retribution are going to pick up their empty greens now that green have abandoned their defense after so many Phoenixes have gone straight through. So
Captain Morgan picking up that red base there with a classic ducking down, and 2 red players coming in from that back door there, shooting above his head and missing the denial. If they'd got those first shots directly onto him, that certainly would have been a tag. And then Captain Morgan back to back there, heading straight over to blue and picking up his 2nd base within about 20 seconds.
So, good play by him. We've got green players in blue, so I wonder if blue have dumped as well. It's just a lot of people running about getting some bases. Blue still in green. There's a green player having a look.
So Jack Prentice asked in the chat earlier, when's the next WA game on? My team, the WA Raiders, we are playing at, I think it's 10:30 this morning, and
we don't have any games this morning, Fireflies. But if we have a look at that,
that is running off the end of the fixture sheet that we have here. So if our production assistant is able to get us another set of fixtures which go past our 9:45 a.m. game this morning and maybe out to the rest of round robin, that would be swell. Thank you very much.
We've actually got a Quackening game in 2 games' time. So
yes,
stick around for that one. But this game, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Retribution up by 5,002 bases still to grab. And looks like Camstar's actually going to go for it. He's in box. He's looking to line up a shot. There's a red player on the beat, already knows he's there. Excellent tag by him. He's really just looking to safely take this one. Team killed, unfortunately, by his own player in V. Red, though, just sort of hanging about. Saw one just dart through blue base there. They're doing quite well for themselves. They're going to be probably a little bit unhappy that they've come out with such a packed deficit. Here's Invictus on the green base. Takes it cleanly. Excellent work by him. Queenie actually gets ping-ponged by her own player there in the blue base. That's unfortunate.
Fortunately, Villain picking it up.
Villain securing it. No denials to be had. This arena can be quite good for surprise denials, I guess. Because all the bases are so close together, you can often get denials on people when you're sort of halfway between the bases, just sort of getting some pack, and then the base is going off, and you're like, I know that's not my team, I'm going in.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've definitely got a couple from the A-door of red, but just straight to blue base, straight to under. So it can be quite good. It can be quite awkward if the ping pong does happen, and suddenly you've got to put 4 shots into the base. It suddenly opens up a lot more of the maze that's capable of sprinting in. Gives them a lot more range. They can, more distance they can be, where they still have time for the denial. So.
Pocket in the chat saying that was weird. It said denied then destroyed. That is one of the artifacts of a ping pong. So when you shoot the base once and then someone else shoots the base once, you are technically denied on the first shot, not by anyone. But the bases require 3 shots in a row from the same person to destroy.
Yeah.
So if someone else puts another shot in there, it is technically a denial. Yeah. Then if you then put the next 3 shots in after that, you will pick it up after that first shot of denial.
Yeah, so that denied animation without a player behind it is just when you've been denied either by running out of shots or ping pong or something like that, where you're not specifically denied by another player, or at least another player tagging you, is what that animation means. But that's the end of the game there. So Retribution pulled ahead quite aggressively, securing their bases, getting even more of a pack lead towards the end, and 58,000 on the board for them. ACT Phoenix with a nice round 45,000 and 10 bases. They'll be quite happy with that one. Another second for them. And Hobart Exterminators about 11,000 down. Or in fact, including the hundreds, just 10,000 down in third. So unfortunate for them. They didn't get quite as many bases. And that's a very high base game. There's 27 bases there. That's quite high from what we've normally seen. A lot of teams trying to dump, trying to make it a high base game.